Hey everybody, it's Andy from Snow Camp Europe. I am on the Maiskalga mountain. It is Monday morning and I have a 2-hour lesson with a lady from the UK. So we've just taken a video of her first run. First run for me to see what she is or isn't doing. The skiing actually, as you can see, isn't too bad. Although there is one big thing which I'm going to work on fixing, which is going to make a lot of changes, and that is the lady's arm carriage. As you can see, the arms are very low. Now this can lead to us going into a back position and being on the tail of the skis. Makes it harder to turn. So we're going to do a sequence of exercises and drills to try and move her arms into a much better position, and as the arms go into a better position, the whole body will go into a better position. She'll become centered on the ski and it will make it easier for her to turn. So let's see how we get on. So as you can see, we are doing an exercise where we place the pole over the wrists. Obviously if you drop your arms down, then you're going to drop the pole, so this kind of makes you keep your arms in a better position. It also brings the body slightly more forward, so you're centered over the skis. And once we've done this on both sides, so holding one pole in a regular position whilst the other one is across the wrist, then we switch it over, and then after that, just to prove to the learner, the person who I am coaching, that they can keep their arms in a good position, we do this. So as you can see, the last little thing I do is I place some snowballs on the back of the hands and then get the skier to ski down. This proves to the individual that they can actually keep their arms in a good position if they achieve the goal, which is to ski down with the snowballs on their hands, as it was. This lady did. She got all the way down. She couldn't believe that she got down with them on the back of her hands, but it also proves to herself that she can maintain a good arm carriage with her skiing. So now we're going to start working on the turns and the turn shape. We're going to work on the end of the turn first, because we always start with the end, because this is where we control our speed. And then we're going to work back through the middle of the turn into the initiation phase, or the start of the turn. We're going to just see if we can fine tune the technique ever so slightly, just to give her a little bit more of a stable foundation, let's say, feeling on the skis, which is going to then build their confidence, because she is a little bit fearful. So we've just done an exercise. Hey man, we've just done an exercise for the end of the turn, for the deceleration phase, the steering phase, the end of the turn, whatever you want to call it. We call it different things. And I always ask people, depending on their learning style or their learning type, if they are someone who's quite kinesthetic, I would ask, what are you feeling? So I just asked Helena, so what are you feeling? And I didn't quite get the response I wanted, because the response was cramp in my left foot. But then I drilled down a little bit, got past the cramp in the left foot, and she did give me the answer I was looking for, and that was a feeling of more control. So that was quite good. But yeah, quite a funny moment if I'd only been able to capture it on video. What are you feeling? Yeah, cramp in my left foot. Maybe a ski boot problem. So we've done a little bit of work on the end of the turn, and we've been working on what we call the Alpine basic position. This helps us get the skis on their edge, also helps get more pressure through the skis, and the result for H, as we're calling it, is she's feeling more stable, she's feeling more control of her speed, and that is leading to gaining confidence. So now what we're doing is we are starting to work on the middle of the turn, which is the acceleration phase, or as we like to call it, the oh shit moment, which is what freaks a lot of people out, because this is where the skis are pointing down the hill and we are at the mercy of our friend Mr. Gravity, who lives in the valley. And then we are going to work on the start of the turn, and we're going to work on our movement, because we want to be making an up forward, ideally an up forward inward movement, but an up forward movement to release the skis off the edge, let them drift into the foreline before we then start to pressurize them in the oh shit moment by building up this forward sideways bend that here in Austria we call the Alpine basic position. So all finished up with that lesson with H. As I said, the main thing at the start was to correct their body position a little bit, get our arms in a better place, which then has a knock-on effect for everything else. We did a little bit of work on the end of the turn and the start of the turn, and as you can see from this comparison, first run and last run, quite a big difference. Still some stuff to work on, still some things to concentrate on. We did address the fear factor. We talked about different techniques to try and take your mind off things, and we built a bit more confidence, making sure that the end of the term was complete, making sure that we controlled the speed in the end of the term, and yeah, overall quite a good 2 hours. I am now on the lift over to the Kitzsteinhorn Glacier to meet up with another client for a couple of hours. See you later. Bye for now.